Universal Time.
I am in radio contact.
Today in the lab, we are building a DirecTV remote control simulator. Why I need one of these is because I manage a small hotel-type cable TV system, and I have a channel that I want to make the DirecTV guide. So I have a receiver that is no longer subscribed to programming, but it receives the channel listings just fine. Unfortunately, it's a receiver that it doesn't have physical buttons on the front panel. It has capacitive, sensitive touch pads, so I can't hardwire into the receiver. So I have to simulate the remote control. So what I have here is an AT Tiny 85, an 8-pin socket, an infrared LED, a 390 ohm resistor, and a sacrificial USB cable that will give me 5 volts out of the receiver. So what I need the simulator to do is press the guide button once after about 10 minutes when the receiver first turns on. Because of power outages, it takes about that much time for the receiver to come up. And then after that, I wanted to press the down button about once every 7 seconds so it goes through the channels that are on the guide. So I've already taken some captures of the output of the remote control with the Rigol DS1054Z, and we can take a look at the infrared control protocol that comes out of this particular remote with a couple of button presses. So basically what we found out is the infrared LED runs on a 38 kilohertz carrier, and then it's pulsed on and off for different times to indicate the different button presses. So the big thing is the initial pulse is 6,000 microseconds long, and then the following pulses are between 1200 and 600 microseconds, and then the spacing varies between the pulses as well. So what we will be doing in the AT Tiny 85 is using the output compare match A output to supply the 38 kilohertz square wave signal that we need for the carrier of the infrared LED, and then I'll basically shut that off and turn it back on for the pulse durations that I need. Alright, I've assembled the programmer off screen, and I'll make a little schematic so you can follow along at home, but basically it was simple enough that I could build it with dead bug style construction, and I didn't need a circuit board. I did add a capacitor as well, so it's decoupling capacitor. I used a 1 microfarad. So to program our AT Tiny 85, I have it in my little programming jig that I built several years ago. Basically it's just a ZIF socket, and it brings out the correct programming signals to a 6-pin header that then connects to your standard AVR ISP Mark II. And I'm using Bascom-AVR as my compiler and programmer. So I can press the button to program, getting some activity on the thing, and it's already completed. Okay, our unit is up and running. Had a slight programming issue where the 38 kilohertz carrier frequency was actually 19 kilohertz, but I changed the compare 0A register from 210 to 105, and now we have a proper 38 kilohertz carrier. And the signals on the oscilloscope that we're getting out of this the simulator unit actually look a lot better than we're getting out of the remote control the proper DirecTV remote control for some reason. Okay, so to finish up our project, I'm going to give it a quick wrap with some heat shrink, and I'm also going to have a tunnel of heat shrink coming off of the infrared LED because I don't want all 60 receivers being controlled at the same time. As always, thank you for watching and try to enjoy yourselves the rest of the day.